Hey guys, Pete Mundo, HeartlandCollegeSports.com. It's time for our 2-minute preview as we take a look at the Alamo Bowl between Iowa State and Washington State. Now, you know and I know that these bowl games oftentimes come down to who wants it more, right? It's not always about the X's and O's. And in this game, there's no doubt about it, it means so much more to Iowa State. First off, all the reports I've heard is that the Iowa State fan base, which we knew was going to happen, flooded San Antonio. It is night and day between the amount of Iowa State fans in San Antonio compared to the amount of Washington State fans I've heard about in San Antonio. That plays a big factor. This is going to feel like an Iowa State home game. Secondly, Washington State had its chance to reach the Pac-12 championship, to win the Pac-12 title, and they blew it in the game against Washington, losing that one in the final game of the regular season. I would not be shocked if there is still a hangover effect in this game against Iowa State from that Washington game. Also, Mike Leach has not been great in bowl games, especially in games with Washington State. His teams are 1-3 in bowl games, and the offense has not been good, averaging under 20 points per game in the last 3 bowl games. So all that wraps up to me liking Iowa State in this game. First off, the Cyclones have got to take advantage of their opportunities in the red zone. Iowa State had the second best red zone offense in the Big 12 this year. Washington State had the 9th best red zone defense in the Pac-12 this season. So that's a check mark for Iowa State. The one advantage I would give Washington State in this game, of course, we know they have the stud quarterback in Minshew. We know he's really good, and a big part of that is obviously what Mike Leach does with his quarterbacks. But defensively, if Washington State can get some pressure on a true freshman quarterback in Brock Purdy, and the Cougars did have 35 sacks this season, which was tops in the Pac-12. If they can get behind a suspect offensive line in Iowa State and put pressure on a true freshman quarterback, obviously playing in his first ever bowl game, then the Cougars have a shot. But history tells me that Iowa State wants this game more. They're going to have a massive home field advantage. Mike Leach and Washington State have not been good in bowl games, and cap that off with the fact that they blew that game to Washington late in the season leads me to believe that Iowa State can win this game. And also, don't forget that John Heacock, this guy knows how to coach defense. He's arguably the best defensive mind in the Big 12, had a great year with this side of the ball. They'll slow down Mike Leach. He has a month to prepare for this game. He'll know what to do. Give me Iowa State with a 38-31 win over Washington State in the Alamo Bowl. Thanks so much, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel, share it, and we'll talk to you soon.